You're listening to All Talk Radio, Las Vegas, Nevada. Views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the host and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, man, hold on. Wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Well, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit, but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddamn it. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right. Your hands are tied. Jerk and pass me the duct tape. This motherfucker. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Oh, tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter. Tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. Still radio fan, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel top. They campaign like a bass said. So if you're mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
All right, you sons of fucking bitches. Welcome to the shit that fucking irks me. I'm going to apologize in advance. I got a little bit of a cold or sinus infection or some shit. So anyway, on to the show. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. And, of course, we got Bunny Rabbit working the board.
Yep.
And Jerkman's back there pulling his pecker.
I'm right here.
And there he is. And on the Skype, we got Backstab the Kingpin and Julio Torres, author of the book Drinking Hip Hop. What's up, guys? Hey, so, okay, now, Backstab, what happened to you, man? Last time we talked to you, you were in some real shit. What happened to you, man? How did it go down?
Pretty broad question, buddy. Well, I escaped by the hair of my chinny chin chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously, shit. I mean...
How's it sound? I was just trying to do that as like a kind of a sound check. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, you sound good now. You sound great now.
Wonderful.
So
yeah, it was a tough call. I tell you what, there's nothing more scary than dealing with people that have more power than you ever. And it was incredibly traumatic. It's I'm not the same person as I was before it happened.
Right.
And, yeah, it was tough, man. You know, really, I made it. And I appreciate, I called you at one time because I thought maybe this may be the last time I can document some information.
Right.
And I want to spill my guts. And I always appreciate you for allowing me to do that. But more than that, that's in the past, man. We're moving forward. We're having a good time now. Man,
well, it's good, man, because like I said, the last time we talked to you, I was like, oh, shit, this is the end of Backstab. He may be doing life. He may get killed. What the fuck? So, but that's what your whole book's about, man, this drinking hip-hop, which, I want to talk about a little bit. I guess, Julio, what I want to ask you is there's a little bit of fiction in there. Why did you throw in fiction at all?
Just as a writer, it's good to just play with fiction. As a journalist, I had so much material to play with, and then I had to add some fiction just for the third act. The third act is the only spot with fiction, pretty much.
Well, I mean, and obviously, the Backstab is do you have mixed race kids?
Well, I would say, Maxwell, that it seemed to me like he felt as a writer he had to put an ending to it. And he tied a bunch of really loose ends, maybe maliciously. I don't know. Quite frankly, I cannot speak on it because I did not read those last parts of the book. And I kind of didn't read them intentionally because I don't want to answer questions to them. I would rather have him do that. Because I know that those last few pages of the book are not my life.
Right.
And so if there's ever a time that I'm going to, if you want to ask me about the whole childhood and things, I can give you. He may have made it just a little more easier to the reader with a few things, but for the most part, I can give you an exact description of what I told him, and pretty much it was dead on for the most part. Why he tried to put an end on it, I know that'd be a question for you and him.
What was the end for? Just kind of give it a plot a little bit? What was the whole deal?
Yeah, you always need a first act, second act, third act, just the rising climax and then the resolution, just to make sure that, as an author, I need the understanding of, hey, this is storytelling. I threw that in there. It was a lot of fun.
I guess that's cool, but, it could be detrimental to Backstab as an artist where now all of a sudden, because you know how it is, man, being a white rapper, you got to work 10 times as hard, and if somebody finds a hole in your story, then they're going, oh, shit, man, you lied about your past, you're full of shit. You remember the Vanilla Ice thing, man. I mean, that's what cooked him pretty much.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There is enough real information out there in the world to hate me. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to make shit up to make people more mad at me. I think, the way he tied the book together, if I was writing it, would know. But at the same time, I'll be honest with you. I think there was a real resistance from this writer who's got a lot to lose in his personal life, where he necessarily didn't want to announce some things about the whole rap thing. And I think that's what a lot of people have always asked me when they read the book. The rap portion of the book is kind of quick, and I can only tell you my opinion of why. He could tell you differently too, but I think there was a concern on his part for a while there, because he had lived and seen. We were friends at the time, and I had told him experiences that were going on real time with him.
Right.
That would lead him to believe that these people are not only ignorant, but they're very serious.
Man, so it's one of those kind of things where he's almost trying to look out for you that way. Is that his attempt to sort of?
Oh, look out for yourself, dude. He ain't looking out for me. He don't give a fuck about me. He'll exploit me all day long. He's worried about himself. That's why he put. Believe me, it's all about his well-being. Go ahead, talk to him.
Wow. What? Well, I mean, are you a personal friend of Backstab's? Do you go back some ways with him, Julio, or what's the deal with that?
It was just a storytelling format, and the fiction was just part of the experience as a writer. He gave me the 5 hours worth, and then I worked off of that.
Huh. Well, what made you draw an interest to Backstab? I mean, of all rappers in Detroit, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, we got to do a story on this dude. What drew you to him?
He doesn't know anything about rap or Detroit rap, for that matter. I mean, that's
which is
nothing.
Even funnier.
You want to know the true story on how he thought about writing a book about this situation?
Yeah, how'd this come to be?
We have a mutual friend who is so fucking far out there. Can I swear? I'm sorry, by the way.
Oh, dude,
right?
Of course. It's the shit that irks me, man. Internet radio.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's so fucking far out there, and he's like the proverbial surfer beach bum kind of guy. And Julio, we were all looking at the waves one day, and we walked up into our normal little spot. Julio happened to be sitting there, and him and Tony, my buddy, who's the guy I'm describing, was up there, and he said, "Tony, you know what? I'm looking to write another book about something really weird and crazy. You'd be a great story that I could write about a person, good character." And Tony kind of entertained it and was like, "Oh, geez, yeah, that would be cool, And then he looked at me and he said, "Oh, fuck no, you need to write a story about this guy." And so I just him and I started talking. We became friends. We talked about surfing. It was really much ado about nothing until I ran into a little trouble, and I said I need to document my life real quick before it gets taken from me. And I gave him all of it, and here we are 5 years later.
Wow. So that was the beginning of this, pretty much, the drink. What made you come up with the title Drinking Hip Hop?
I'm a drunk, and I do hip hop.
Well, hip hop and any genre of music starts from childhood. So he has lived a life that just represents any genre of music, but he chose hip hop. So he had just consumed this lifestyle, and hip hop shouldn't be this quick idea. It should be established. And his childhood, his whole life, contrast to what I experienced.
Right.
So I figured, okay, he has lived this lifestyle, which could fall under any genre of music, really.
Huh. Well, it's kind of cool because with this book, I should say too, not just a book, but there's an album. You're doing a whole benefit thing now, Backstab. What's happening with that?
It all kind of ties together, bud. You know, it's like this. People had a real, the myth of Backstab the Kingpin is ridiculous. And people had this already set thought process about me. They wouldn't know who I am. They've never seen me. I could walk down a hallway. They wouldn't even know me. And yet they had this already, what do you call it?
Preconceived notion, like
preconceived notion, exactly. There you go. About who I was. And that would be, you have two choices at that point. You're either going to play into that or you're going to let it ruin you. And so I decided to, play into it.
Wow.
And the way things are playing right now, it's ridiculous, but what was the question?
Well, your whole benefit, man. You're doing some major community oriented shit.
The benefit is about this, man. I grew up. My years of living in the Cass Corridor were my most influential. I got down there when I was 18 years old, and I left when I was 23. I spent a lot of time down there. It's where I learned street knowledge, and I learned also knowledge at Wayne State, and the culture.
Right.
And so that I carry that through life, and you'd be amazed at how ignorant some people are without those two things, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You can be a fucking doctor, but if you don't have, a couple of these, if you don't have some cultured ideas and more than that, a little bit of street sense or swab, then it's going to be a wash.
Yeah. Right.
I learned that there, and that's where I really established my roots in life. And I never dreamed of when I was a little boy that I was going to do hip hop, because quite frankly, I didn't like rap music all through high school. I didn't like rap music until 1991. And I went up to the store and I got a Dr. Dre, it's nothing but a G thing maxi single or some shit like that. It had like 5 different, and I started rapping because I was hanging out with all the drunks on the corner, getting wasted with all the homeless people.
Wow.
And so I'd get fucked up with them, and then and I started rapping some shit, and then I realized that these people are coming at me and they're gonna be like, who the fuck are you, motherfucker? You can't be rapping, you're white. So then I started rapping some, anti-racism shit, and that gave me a little bit of more of a stretch, but it was still the same shit.
Right.
And and that's when I met Abdul, and I kind of that's where I got my whole thing from. And from that moment on, I was like, man, I really came to the realization of the divider line of suburbs and city, and I was disgusted by it.
So, well, here's what's funny, too, and everybody who listens to the show kind of knows this. I used to do music myself. I used to do rap. And some of the stuff you describe in the book, there's a lot of ethnic divide there, man, where, they're putting you down for being white and rapping and all that. I never ran into that rapping, but, I mean, wonder why did you get more resistance, maybe? And you're from Detroit. I would think it's more racially diverse, and they'd be more likely to let you in there.
You're out of your mind, man. I mean, you've been brainwashed by 8 Mile if you ever thought that Detroit was diverse. 19 is the first race riots in America. The people in L.A., if there wasn't a YouTube back then, if there was, they'd all have been watching it a couple hours before they went and did it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
You know, LA 92 was totally based off the 63 riots in Detroit. They were had it enough, man. You know, and so there's a huge race line. And when Larry Nevers and Walter Budson fucking killed Malice Green with what are those fucking mag lights? You know, and you know what's so sad now is that mural, that I used to respect that mural, man. Even though he was a crackhead, they beat the fuck out of him, and it was police brutality from start to finish. Even though they did get kind of a raw deal as police officers towards the end, it still was a whole shit deal. It was nothing but a fucking race riot, and plotted by people like Jesse Jackson, and also white people, you know, like that were like pushing the envelope.
right, or trying to push that racial divide. So, well, that's it.
It's always been, and it's always been there, and there's no question about it. You know, the reason why a lot of people don't like me in Detroit is because I was talking to a French magazine, and they asked me, "What do you think about Proof?" And I told them, and I was like, I think he's eating off a kid he didn't want to eat off of. and that's why I said it, and I didn't mean any disrespect by it, but I guess now in retrospect, when I was a young man, I should have never said that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I did, and that caused me nothing but fucking problems, man.
Wow.
But yet Eminem can drop N-bombs on his little fucking Casio mixtape, and everybody forgot about that because you know what? Money makes you forget a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like I said, you seem to have run up against a lot of that, but I guess in Detroit, it's a little more pronounced, the racism, huh?
No, I mean, not nowadays. I mean, I don't know, man.
It was
then. Back then, yeah, like I'm talking 90, 91, 92, 93, all the way to 90, probably 6, 97, 8.
Well, you know, like I said, I used to rap myself, and the black kids used to love me. You know, I couldn't go down the hall in high school without, "Hey, man, bust a rhyme." I mean, you know, it may have been the visual impairment. I don't know, you know, but it's just interesting.
Hey, I'm happy for that. You should have Julio write a book about that shit.
Maybe so, man. Maybe it's your next book. Call it Eating Hip Hop. But
hip hop and braille, some shit.
Yeah, something like reading. Yeah, something like that. But that would be an interesting story too, man. I don't know. You know, like I said, I never had any issues. They loved me, but you know, it could just be where we're from.
Nobody knows why they don't like me, bro. That's the truth. No one knows why they don't like me.
It's just,
let's have anybody call in and tell me, give me a reason why they don't like me.
It would be interesting.
It's going to be something petty like I cut them off after 3 songs because we're running late.
Wow. Well, you definitely have your when people are talking about getting hated on.
When nobody else did, right? I spoke the truth when no one else talked.
Well, that might be it too. You know, it could have just been, you know, because you're a different attitude when it comes to hip hop.
You can play all 3 of my records. I really never said anything bad about anybody.
No.
I might have said something about people I didn't really care for. I mean, it's not. I wasn't saying like, you know, calling them name out and going, "You're a bitch" and stuff like that.
Right.
There's no reason why no one likes me, bro. You remember you tried to get me. I had that celebrity fucking boxing match. Homeboy from Howard Stern.
Murder.
What is his name, dude?
Hex Murder.
I think he had him on a couple weeks later because I hooked him up with you because he was coming out to Vegas like a week later. You know what I'm talking about?
You're not talking about Hex Murder, are you?
No, that's what we were Hex Murder. Now I was trying to set up that boxing match, but I was trying to set it up through that celebrity guy that fought fucking Ducci and got the fuck beat out of him by Danny Ducci.
Yeah,
I was on my radio show, and I was trying to send him to your radio show, and like, you know, like as far as artists, you know, like interview exchange and shit.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna send him to you because he's coming to Vegas next week. He'll fucking love to get on. Can't think of his fucking name. He's an Angry Men or something like that with on Sirius Radio.
Yeah, you know what? He never reached out to me, man. So
I thought he did. He was coming out that next week, but
nope.
He was set me up with celebrity boxing because he let Danny Bonaducci beat the fuck out of him.
Wow.
And so I wanted to fight Hex because I was like, you know, yeah, he probably would have beat my ass. But, I'd rather fight him one-on-one than him and fucking, you know, a jungle behind him.
Well, that's, you remember I wrote him because I wanted to get you and Hex on the radio.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to give me no props or something.
He says, I'm not giving the stalker any plug. That's what he said to me.
Stalker, yeah.
He called you a stalker.
He stalked me to the fucking MT. Whatever, dude. I don't even want to talk about him because it's not even appropriate anymore, you know?
Right.
It's not appropriate anymore with the situation that he's in. And honestly, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and he might be.
Well,
I don't wish it on anybody, dude. So
it's funny.
Enough of that, dude. Let's talk about the book. Let's
book,
talk about the album. Play my fucking song.
You want to hear a song? We can jump into a song.
Back in the day, dude, I just shot the video a couple days ago with MC8. It's fucking dope.
Actually, you know what we got? We got DIA. What does that mean, man? DIA.
Detroit Institute of Arts. That's with Phil the Agony. He's from L.A.
Uh-huh.
And dude from Fort Lauderdale named Cut Fresh. And it's basically just nothing but hip-hop lyrical jargon with some references to
like Detroit.
ID in a minute or so shit.
Drink a little more hip hop, man. We'll let them drink some hip hop real quick, man. We're gonna jump into DIA, and so hang on with us. And when we come back, we're gonna talk to you guys some more.
All right, dude.
Cool. All right, DIA, Backstab the Kingpin, world premiere on The Shit That Irks Me.
Feel the agony. Feel the motherfucking agony. Los Angeles, Detroit shit. Backwards, back to back, damn near almost caught a heart attack. It ain't never fair when you shoot the fact. Only if you duckin' like Aflac, stutter, steppin' like a halfback. We getting past that, halfway jigaboo, brand new. Stuff your jeans into your tennis shoe, beer drinking, sniffing glue. Who are you? Your chick bloke, dick like hootie hoo, and the bloke fish, white bitch and a cold Smith. Black dick hanging like Django when you tango with a nigga cash, motherfucker. That's your ass. You ain't never getting past. Constipated, couldn't even pass gas. All my metaphors is on Razzcast. My metaphors is on Slim Shady, 360, I-722 or 1080. I want paper like baby got pink dot. Bring it to your spot, nigga, while it's hot. It's like a piping hot pan pizza. The way I draw it up like Mona Lisa. Paint pictures like Picasso or Monet. I write raps all day on the walls in the hallway.
I frolic partying, stuck in a moment. Writing graffiti on the walls in the stall. In the toilet, hit me with the brick. I'm that neighborhood dick that'll jack you for your food stamp and take your chick's wig. Hit licks. Metabolic, alcoholic, I'm sick. Your wallet, I call it, I stole it, you bitch. Wrong man to test, I'm moving forward while you're stalling. I advance, you regret. See, I fuck shit up. You're a half-wit punk. You're like a lump in a bump. I'm funky skunk in a trunk. I'm a surf fool, Van Rule, sniff a blue, hit the pool. I'm an asshole like a cop in a bad mood. Rhyming Da Vinci. Rembrandt symphonic, lyrical lynching, unfolding ebonics, backstab, fast jab, grab cash, dine dash, let's have a blast, smoking weed at the hash bash.
An artist in pain is an artist for real. Portraits being drawn from the blood that he spilled. Hang me from a tree and now there's blood on the leaves. I'm on my knees, hallelujah. It's a holiday, staring deep into the barrels of your gun with no intention of run. Send me to kingdom come because the king I've become is more than a man, but I'm far from a god. Like Jesus Christ on the cross, I'm defying the odds. I probably get fed, miss, like Basquiat. After my death, where I cut off my ear, I'm Van Gogh with a dream of a Range Rover. Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, and King Hofer. Swimming in a pool of lines, my sword drawn just in case I have to slay a dragon. In the belly of the beast where the monster's created. But I was painted by an angel, mama, you made him. Like Beethoven, I can see life clear. But they want me not to go off by the shit that you hear, but instead what you feel. And I've been feeling like I'm about to make a killing. These rappers in competition. I grew up no pot to pissing and I'm pissed off. But my dick's hard, had no choice but to fuck the world. The thin line drawn between success and insanity. With this ink pen, metaphor, pink brush I draw. Like every artist be
before me, my sweet demise will probably be terrified. Say my name once, have the whole world yelling it. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. You already know what it is. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. You wanna battle? Let's go a few rounds. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. Niggas in the game, I keep them on their toes. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. Down, storm down, tell you what I'm all about. Niggas in the game, I keep them on their toes. Say my name once, have the whole world yelling it. You already know what it is. You wanna battle? Let's go a few rounds. New niggas in the game, I keep them on their toes.
Oh, man. All right, there we go. DIA, backstab the Kingpin. What's up, guys? We're back on. So tell us about the album. Tell us about the book. What's going on with all this, man?
Hey, would you do me a favor, though, real quick before we start? Can you have that camera go a little lower?
Yeah, you want to look at the bunny rabbit? Give him a shot. Give him a twat shot.
A little lower. She pushed it right back up.
Oh, so yeah, I knew you guys.
The camera's all messed up.
I figured
It
you.
doesn't have a stand.
I figured you'd rather look at her than me. So you know. But
All right, anyway, what now?
okay, the album, the book. What's going on here, man? Obviously, you guys have been doing a lot since we last talked to you. So what's happening with everything?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? We lost him?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's what you guys get for looking at pussy. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna. All right. Basically, what he's trying to do. Well, I'd like him to say this, but he's got a whole benefit thing going on, which is kind of cool.
Calling on the bottom one.
With the album and the book and all the fun stuff. So you know, I'm definitely gonna. We definitely want to hear what he has to say. Him and Julio have to say about all this. So, and yeah, man, this is the fun of radio. We got him in?
No.
He wants it on the other one. He wants to be able to see her.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, horny fucking guys.
Have to wait.
Goddamn sighties.
He wanted me to do this. Now he fucked everything all up.
Oh shit. Hey, it is what it is, man. So, but yeah, no, he's doing a lot of cool shit with the album. Like I said, since we last talked to him, man. I mean, that was like, you're thinking, oh shit, this is the end of the dude, man. We're never gonna hear from him again. And then I ran into him on Facebook, and shit, he basically is doing a lot now with the new album, the new book, and we're going to find out here in a matter of minutes, hopefully, what's happening with everything.
This is all his fucking fault.
So yeah, he wants to look.
Chick behind the board.
Yeah, see, he wants to look at the chick. He gets all fucked up. So, aren't you? Don't you feel honored there, Bunny Rabbit?
She's all sitting prim and proper.
Yeah, she's all like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, he can watch."
All right, it's back on.
Okay, we got him back in.
Wait, not yet.
He's trying to call.
Oh, he's trying to call
As
us.
soon as we start this up.
Okay.
he'll call in.
All right.
He's gonna have to hold his gun down.
Hey, he's backstab.
You have to play with his heart on later.
Mm. Yeah, but put a lock on your gun, man.
All right, there's Skype. Now what?
Okay. All right, there we go. We'll get him on here pretty quick, hopefully.
Oh, we're not doing this shit no more. What you call it.
There we go. All right, hopefully he'll pick up.
Do you have to answer it?
Don't you love it?
No, they're not going to answer.
They're dying to see you.
There you go. We got you?
Hit video one. Way to call directly.
Okay. Wow. Maybe we should play some more music while this is going on.
Oh no, this is their fuck up. Let it go on there.
Okay, yeah. Let it go over the air.
That's right.
This is just so you all know, because they want to look at Bunny Rabbit. Come on, man. Okay.
Nope, go into a song.
We'll go into a song. What do we got? The prescription medication? This is good.
Yes.
Okay, I like this track. Let's jump into this one, and we'll be right back.
Hell no. You know how hard it is to get blues these days, David.
Is that the very beginning?
Now, how about some morphine? I got some good old morphine.
What'd you get, man? Morphine, sulfate. You know, you're crazy, man, because I can't even read a stop sign when I'm on that crap.
I sold oxycodone for 5 straight years. Not one charge or a tattoo tear. Had to set a few examples that no one would forget. Punk cops never got me. I was quiet on the set. People perping. Cops always circling out on Berkeley. Pockets stay dirty. Board shorts full of dope. Dope fiends scurvy. Always in a hurry. Trust nobody. Especially them bitches with them real hot bodies. Phones don't stop. Doors always knock. Jesus H. Christ, you would think I sold rocks. House like a pawn shop. No one ever told cops. Give them someone weak. Not the guy who's on top of your phone list. Best deals no one could beat. Man, I was rolling down them Brevard streets in my 325 by fresh looking fly. Everybody knew me. I was down to ride. Down to get their money. Had mouths to feed. Making 50 grand a year. Selling dope wasn't greed. It was there for fam. Bitch, fuck the glam. I was beating down them streets like a battering ram.
Pain management clinic. Pain management clinic. Pain management clinic.
Of the top 50 dispensing physicians of oxycodone in the entire country, all 50 are in Florida.
We don't have a database that tracks these drugs. We don't have prescription drug monitoring.
Boom. Peep how it started. Miami. Cornered the world market, took over the drug game and legally they flaunted, and that's where the motherfucking hustle all started. Synthetic legal heroin sold on every corner, pain clinics everywhere, dope fiends loiter. Vans pull up with 8 people deep, one in a fur coat holding IDs, paying everybody's fucking doctor fees. We'll make this ballin' motherfucker about 15 G's. Do it every week with the same 8 peeps. Every day another doctor's office they creep. 240 30s, 120 15s, all in a little bottle. Who needs a triple beam? And that Xanax have them taking out the Tampax. Blow your mind, rob you blind. These bitches scandalous. Roxy, Oxy, 5-5 Yahtzee. Since I made that knock bleed, I've been on the hot seat. And those who thought were your people and whatnot were plotting with their dope fiend buddies about my laptop, planning how to enter. Knowing where my shit sits. Dope fiends sell each other out, man, real quick. Live by the sword. The sword is what you get. Funny till my money's wrong, then you got get. I can dance underwater and not get wet. Put a price over your head and send Boba Fett. Bet 10 packs, melon crop, sell them every day. No fronts, no shorts, no loan, no way. Tuesday, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando on Thursday. Kickback Friday, always gotta serve, say, ring around the Roxy. Fucking make the cops bleed. Last year, underdog, this year, top seed. And all these punks getting charges started knocking. I see red frenzied out like a shark, kid. You punk cops will never put me on the shelf. I'm an inner city brother who be smarter than yourself.
Pain management clinic. Pain management clinic. Pain management clinic.
Of the top 50 dispensing physicians of oxycodone in the entire country, all 50 are in Florida.
We don't have a database that tracks these drugs. We don't have prescription drug monitoring.
Okay, so that what's that track called? Pain management, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's for you guys. What's that track called, man? Pain management?
He's on his way right back.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, because I want to hear all the stuff you guys are doing with this. It's pretty wild.
PDMP was called Pain Management. Hold on. Prescription Drug Monitoring Plan.
Ah, okay. So it's
PDMP. Prescription Drug Monitoring Plan. Florida didn't have it for years, and so fucking people went crazy. They were buying oxys. They were buying synthetic heroin fucking everywhere. Like it was fucking just like it was like you could buy cotton candy at a fucking carnival, dude. And so it was so out of control that they were literally walking. It was like Walking Dead. There was fucking zombies everywhere in Fort Lauderdale, and parts of Tampa and Orlando and fucking Miami, where it was like whole streets. It was like, you know how you like go to fucking New Orleans and there's that one big this huge street. They fucking had the same thing like in Fort Lauderdale. The whole street was nothing but pain clinics.
Oh,
And
wow.
you could walk out of one and walk right into the next, and nobody could do fucking shit because they were so fucked. Because Rick Scott was such a douchebag and had his money so invested in fucking dope fiending out everybody on fucking prescription drugs that he fucking decided to fucking go ahead and just fight that monitoring plan for years and years and years. And what did he say? Oh, that's an invasion of our privacy. Well, come on, dude. If I'm going to go get Vicodin from John Smith, and then I'm going to go next door and get it from Paul Smith, and I'm going to fucking have, 10,000 tablets of Vicodin in my fucking trunk, and I only went to fucking 4 or 5 clinics, guess who gets paid?
So, Rick Scott, who is Rick Scott? Is that the mayor?
No. Well, listen, did I say Rick Scott? I meant Mick Rott.
Oh, okay. What is he?
He probably will come after me with his dumb ass. So I don't even want to talk about that shit. But dude, Rick Scott, come on now.
Man. Okay. So
yeah, look him up, listeners.
We'll look him up. We'll look him up because the name doesn't ring a bell. But so basically, he didn't want to. He didn't like this. He was rather have a whole city full of dope fiends, pretty much.
Oh, the whole state was rampant.
Wow.
Killed thousands.
Wow.
Listen. Those clips are taken from documentaries, brother.
Man.
I didn't ask somebody to say that shit and then like distort it and put it on the
Right. Well, do you think it's a bigger problem in that city as opposed to other places in America, or you think this is?
It filtered into fucking Tennessee and into these hillbilly places between the South and the Midwest, and it ruined people.
Wow.
Listen, I tell you what. Here's what I'll ask you, all the listeners, to do. Go to YouTube and type in Oxycontin Express, and it's talking about a airplane that went from Kentucky to Fort Lauderdale, and it carried nothing but junkies, and it would drop you off at 8 in the morning and drive you and fly you back at 8 p.m. and everybody in there would be fucking strapped with dope, and
Wow.
It happened for years and years and years because there was no prescription drug monitoring program.
Wow. So basically, it keeps people hooked. It enables junkies, pretty much.
Well, that's an opinion. I'm only telling you the facts.
That's my opinion. Or then that's what I say. It enables junkies. But I'm going to look that up now. You said OxyContin Express.
Let me ask you this. OxyContin Express. Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about Europe legalizing heroin? Do you think that enables junkies?
Well, see, this is what's
Yes or no? Yes or no? There's no well. Yes or no?
Yeah. Well, you know what? And
you said well again.
I'll tell you why. I'm on the fence with this shit, man. Because in one way, I'm like, okay, they're gonna use it anyway. They're gonna get a hold of it anyway.
Are you at like 50? Are you at 48 and 52%? If not, say yes or no. Do you think that Europe?
I would say
right or wrong?
I would say, yeah, I'd say 52.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I think they got it right. And I think what's happening in Florida is America's got it wrong. They're exploiting their own people and making them dope fiends and doing it on a legal measure. And I know people, and I've seen people die, and I know people that are pained from this every single day of their fucking life, man, because Florida Republican right-wing look the other way has allowed them to just slang their fucking basically legal drugs.
Well, that's
and listen, that's why you don't see a lot of people. There's not a lot of hoopla about it. It's
Right.
not like the fucking it's not like the meth run in Arizona, and it's not like the crack run in Detroit and Chicago.
Right.
Okay, it's not from those eras. This is a quiet escape. Shh. But it's trickling up to Georgia and Tennessee and all of these other states, and what you see along these ways is that prison buildings are expanding for guys that have been, you could sell 5 pills and that's a felony.
Wow.
Okay, I can sell an ounce and a half and not have a felony, but I can sell 5 pills and I have a felony. If I get caught selling 5 pills twice, that's a double felony. I get caught 3 times, I'm probably looking at 10 years.
Well, see,
for fucking 15 fucking pills.
and this is what's the bitch? I mean, if you or I get caught,
are allowing happen. Well, the cops weren't stopping the pill mills, bro.
That's
what they were doing is they were following all the dope fiends away from the pill mills and then watching their houses and busting the low budget fucking. How'd you put me today? The cockroach that can't be killed.
Yep.
They were following cockroaches from the fucking pain clinics and then busting the little fucking nickel and dimers and then going back to the pain clinic and then chasing the little nickel and dimers back. But for what? When the fucking one guy who's got most of the money and making all the fucking money at the pain clinic is standing right in front of you. What does that tell you? That tells you 2 things. Either, that only tells you one thing. They're getting paid off.
Yeah, that's it. The rich guy somehow gets away with this shit. But you're right. These little, like, if it was you or I, and we got some OxyContin in our pockets and we get pulled over.
That Vinny from Fort Lauderdale, he fucking made it like 3 years, bro. 3 years. He had by the time he got finally arrested, he had about fucking 6 pain clinics all throughout Fort Lauderdale. He was giving out pizza and fucking letting people play video games at his fucking place. And there were 75 people in a capacity that only held 19. All fucking day long. And dude is doing life now because they finally were like, all right, dude, you served your purpose. You got to go.
Wow.
It's the same thing as if I want to go and show you, go to my website, heyyostab.com, 8th Precinct. I have a little photo fucking folder that says 8th Precinct. You will see 8th Precinct right there. Fucking jail cell just half tore down. Gnarly fuck, dude. And you know what? People are still going in there shitting. I think water runs a little bit through there. It's the only police precinct as far as I know, in the whole fucking world that had an 8-ball on their front lawn. Fuck has an 8-ball on your front lawn, dude.
Wow.
You think I'm wrong? Type in right now, Google.
That's
8th Precinct, Detroit, 8-ball, and you will see that motherfucker probably with the grass not cut for 3 months.
Holy shit. It went that far down the toilet, huh?
Well, it's empty right now. I did a photo shoot last week in it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's but listen, I want to hear more about the album though, man. What are you guys doing with the album and the book and everything, man? That's the important stuff here.
Okay, check it out. Farmington this Friday, downtown Farmington. There's the most historic place in Farmington is called the Civic Theater, and right next door to it is Off the Beaten Path Books. This is where my man Julio will be signing his book and also discussing the book, Drinking Hip Hop, 5 to 7. At 8 o'clock at night, we'll be going over to the White Rhino in Redford on 7 Mile, and we're going to have a listening party. We're going to play different songs throughout the night of the artists that are involved in the record, talk a lot, try to gain some money for the charity. What we're really planning is next month we're going to do a Coney's for Homeless, and all the proceeds from this coming next couple days here, and especially the show Friday, we're doing DHD. We call it Detroit Helping Detroit, and what we're doing is we're all Detroit products: Fago, Verner's, Coney's, Mermaid Chip, all to the homeless. And it's maybe not the most healthiest meal to give them, but it's going to remind them that Detroit still cares about them, and we don't really have the resources and money to go out here and pay for to really be done at this homeless shelter. So what we want to do is shed light on it. We want to do a bunch of YouTube videos. We want to feed them. We want people to get connected with what's going on down here and realize that it's a tragic spot that people don't see, and that we need to make sure show a focal point and attention here in Detroit, because I don't knock other people. Hey, there's breast cancer runs and saving dogs, but I'm talking about some of our veterans here in Detroit that have very little resources and have a lot of disabilities and drug addictions that need our help more than any of these people. Because without helping them right now, it's dirtying our city. But more than that, it's really just it's like these are the people that need it. You don't have to look. You don't have to look across the ocean to see people that really need some help.
Right. Well, that was my next question, man. Like, what made you decide? What was the pivotal point when you said, "Oh man, you know what? This is what I want to do for a charity"?
Well, you know what happened to me in Florida, and I always my first reaction to that was I wanted to help felons, and I wanted to get some kind of paralegal degree. That was my initial reaction to everything that happened, because I know what the bad cards I was getting dealt, and I didn't want to see anybody else that happened to anybody else. And at the end of the day, my Native American resources have been able to give me things that I have not been able to get, even blood family, and I've always felt like I need to give back to them. So my first thing was I want to be like kind of a paralegal for Native American felons. But my second option was helping mentally ill veterans, especially from the war, especially men, because my father suffered from those type of symptoms. And also, one of the main characters in the book, Abdul Rahib Bey, is his real name, Wayne Hayes. I don't know what my friend here, Julio, ended up calling him. Who actually used to encourage me to rap in front of some of the most gangster people in Cass Corridor, and he used to give me the proverbial. And I think this is where I definitely say Julio got it dead on. He used to say to me, or he said it in the book, and it was dead on in reality. Hey, stick to the anti-racist shit, fucking, you won't get your ass beat. And that happened all the time, dude. It happened all the time. I used to have to go there and, and make sure that I wasn't, I couldn't go there and do my boastful shit. They'd beat the fuck out of me. So I would go there with all this, I hate whitey too, even though I'm half white and shit. And it really hit home with them. It hit home with me. I really did mean it too.
Right.
There was a time, there was a pivotal time in my life where I chose my suburban life that I grew up in, and then the city life that I had come to know, and I took the city life, and I'll tell you about that if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me about it.
I had a house party, and we used to call them fucking rent parties. We'd get a keg and have a bunch of people all come pay $5, and we'd hopefully pay rent that night.
Be able to pay rent with the money you made. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at your girl here. She was listening. Focus down a little. Hand down. We used to have these parties and shit, and I used to have all my suburban guys from Livonia and Westland, Garden City, which is just on the outskirts of Detroit, and they were obviously pretty gnarly themselves, but not as bad as people you would see on Schoolcraft and Greenfield and shit like that. And so we would all my white boy friends down, and we partied at Cass Corridor. And one day they thought it would be cool to beat this black homeless guy, and they actually were enjoying everything, and they were enjoying taking turns on him and spinning on him and pouring beer on him. I came out with a broom, and they thought they were like, yeah, Chai's gonna fucking beat him with the broom, and I started beating them with it.
Huh.
And that was my day. I drew the line in the sand. You know what I mean?
Right. So, for your thing, it was like championing the cause of the little guy. Like, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of motherfuckers spit on this guy, obviously. So now you're going to fight back for him.
No, not really. It was that I didn't like the fact that they just decided to beat up a random person that was lesser than them and in a worse spot than them, and they were going to just sit there and do it for recreation. Absolutely not. I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
I'll beat the fuck out of them if they want to do some shit like that. And that's what happened. And my Livonia friends suddenly, especially that and with their little hero too, ended up becoming my enemy, and that's where things became my demise. Go to commercial.
So that situation is what started a lot of this bullshit.
I would, in my mind, yes, absolutely. I didn't like it. I saw where they were coming from. I wasn't coming from where they were coming from.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, you know, I learned a lot from this book too, man. You know, I didn't know you were part Native American, which was interesting. And you know, there was a bunch of shit, man. I like the name you guys chose, of course, Max. good choice. So, but nice stuff. But
thank you for reading the book. I appreciate it deeply. Thank you for reading.
Let me tell you, I read that book in one day, man. I was transfixed. I could not leave it. I was like, I got to read this whole goddamn thing. So it was awesome. Totally into it. So, you know, there was another thing I wanted to, what was I going to get into? So now anyone who's, you don't necessarily have to be in Detroit to purchase this book or purchase the album, correct?
Correct.
So where can you get the book and get the album?
The book, lulu.com, LULU.com, lulu.com.
Okay. And it's called Drinking Hip Hop.
And you'll see it, yeah.
Okay.
He said lulu.com. You can get it there.
Okay.
cdbaby.com is where the album will be. It may be up right now. I don't know. I've got to go check. A couple days. I uploaded it a couple days ago, so you'll be able to buy a hard copy there or download the album.
Cool. Get that Backstab the Kingpin. What's the new album called?
Self-titled.
Self-titled. Just Backstab the Kingpin. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, and you can actually, which is kind of cool, man, because obviously you got a lot of features on this new album.
Yeah.
You've did a track here, which I'm about to unleash on them here in a few minutes. The one you did with MC8, man, called Back in the Day.
Yeah. We shot a video a couple days ago. It was good. It was a good time, man. He's a good guy. He's one of the realest guys. He's a legend, and it was my pleasure.
Wow. How'd you hook that up, man?
Twitter. You know what? He's a hip hop lover. I love hip hop. He does what I do, and I always thought that, you know, if I was to get with somebody, and I was gonna, you know, I wanted to make my best album ever. So I wanted some people that I imagined to be with, and I contacted them on Twitter. I let them know. I let them hear music in my website. Told them about me. And he and everyone else on this record, they were more than happy to get with me. Because, like, you're doing it, bro. You're fucking doing it. And I said, no, you're doing it. I just want to kind of look like I'm doing it, bro, by standing next to you, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to be down with you. And they're like, no, you're doing it. In fact, I got some breaking news for you here in a minute, because one of the guys featured on the album, not only did he say that we're doing it and I'm doing it, but he's doing it. We're going to do it together on the next record. I got a tag team. We got a duo announcement.
Oh, okay. Is that something you want to announce tonight, or is that for a future?
Right now, Phil the Agony and me are going to do a duo rap EP. It'll probably be out sometime in September.
Wow. So that's
Phil DIA. He's on one of the tracks here on my record, DIA, and he's from LA. You might know him from a group he was called Jeff. Strong Arm Steady.
The
Strong.
name doesn't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean anything. So it's Phil the Agony.
Yeah, Phil the Agony and me. Phil the Agony's done tracks with. He's known hanging with the Alcoholics, King T, Exhibit, fucking Outcast, Talib Kali, all that fucking shit.
Wow.
Google him. Google him. You're gonna love him. Type him into Spotify. He's the dope. He's the man, bro.
I can't wait to hear you guys teaming up.
I'm gonna tell him that he needs to play you. He'll come on your show in a couple of weeks. You play his shit. He's gonna upstage me.
Cool. Did
He's feel my fire and shit.
Man, but I love it, man. You guys, the way you linked up with all these different people. They're not all Detroit people. Obviously, you reached across the coast and grabbed a few people from there. You actually told me a cool story about Daz, man, because you have a track with Daz on here. And I know one personal friend of mine who loves Daz and is always listening to the show, man. You mind telling that story real quick?
I'm not quite for sure which one we were talking about. What I will tell you is this. Daz said something to me once, and I don't know if it was exactly what how he phrased it, like verbatim, but it goes, if you don't know your market value, then you aren't on the market. And that's what, dude. That's epic, because you know what? Daz has been in touch with his market value like fucking Dow Jones, bro. He knew when he should charge $5,000, and he knew when to charge 500. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And there are people here that have track 5 of grandeur that don't know what the fuck their value is, and they're just so off the map they're never gonna get paid, and that's why they're stagnant and looking stupid.
Yep. Well, I know you told me the story I'm referring to actually is just you were talking about his work ethic, like how you shot him the track and he had a verse on there, no problem, within hours.
Listen, what I did is I just sent on a mass promotion to try to talk to different managers and different labels and groups and solo artists and shit. At this stage, there's no fucking labels or groups, so dude, it's just like one dude.
Right.
And to reach out to some guy, you always get some guy that's always got a muffled, he's got a fucking do-rag in front of his mouth. It's like, oh, how's it going? I'm fucking selling this.
I'm laughing because I know what you're talking about.
I got the call, dude, and I'm like, hello, and he's like, what up, it's Daz, Dog Pound, yo, yeah, and I'm like, what? And I think I was like paying for something at a CVS or something, like, oh, holy fuck, hold on, man. All of a sudden he's like, hey, let's do the track. I looked you up. We're good. Let's make this shit happen. We're going to make it dope. Within a day, we had a song, man.
Wow.
It's fucking, and that's what professionalism is. And it's why he is always thriving. And that's why there's a lot of people that aren't doing shit.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep relevant. Definitely. And, some of these guys, you're right. They don't know how to do it, how to continue. So, it is what it is, I guess. But
I hope this is my continuance, man.
I hope it is too, man. It seems like you've reached a new chapter, and you were. I know when you first talked to me about the project, you seemed excited, and now it's done, man. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's done, man. Look it out. Check it out. Check it out.
You know what?
There's a poster. We actually, I'm not asking you to literally, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what? They can't see. The audience can't see you. They only see my fat ass.
Look at this shit.
Hey, it looks nice. How's it look, Bunny Rabbit? Does it look cool?
It looks beautiful.
Beautiful? What's on the poster?
I don't know. I couldn't see it that clearly. Show me again.
Hold it up again, man.
Pan down just a little bit and I'll show you.
I can't move it, otherwise the whole thing will fall over.
Yeah. Otherwise we'll lose you again.
I see a red stripe.
I have no resolution.
I don't know. It looks like a red stripe.
Man, you gotta send us one. If you have T-shirts or something, man, you should send us a few.
I will.
And I would gladly rock one here on the air for everybody to see.
So will I.
So, yeah, Buddy Rabbit will wear it too. So, but you know what, man? I want to get into this track you did with MC8, man, called Back in the Day.
World premiere.
World pre-fucking-mere. So here we go. Backstab the Kingpin and MC8. Oh, come on, y'all. On the shit that fucking irks me. It's called Back in the Day. We'll be right back, bitches, and we'll talk to you guys some more. Here we go.
White boy, stand the fuck up. I remember way back what set you from. Drive-bys, colored lines, how the West would come. Niggas who shoot 'em up since it was grade school and double up with the pack. How you get paid, fool? Go deep in the bucket, how we talking trash. We get the dumping on them slipping, hope the driver crash. Hood rat holes, so we all got to turn. The pussy was so hot, you started to burn. And the only dress code was the flyer flags. Represented motherfucker any color the rag. Hustle ain't fun, niggas steadily running. Cause whoever got to work, one time's coming. And the rap right then was niggas with attitude. And music to drive by, so we in that mood. Fuck motherfuckers, Compton never lose. I'm keeping it way back, so don't get it confused. Shit.
Back in the day when I was a teenager. Back in the day when I was a teenager. Back in the day when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Never had shit, no one ever had a fucking thing.
Kangaroo boots with the triple fat goose. House party orgies, acid dose, jungle juice. Oversized hoodie with the saggy ass skids. I was always smoking mids. This is way before Craig in the day when there wasn't any tasers. Cops shoot your ass when you go to check your pager. I didn't have a Beamer, I was pushing a Corolla. Just a dumb ass white boy, grimy pistol holder. I was broke. In all that stress I couldn't cope, so I started selling dope. 3 days later, gold rope, that was it. I was hooked, had to hustle schematics. I had to take advantage of my God-given talents. It was back in the day when I was making my way and making records, rolling film, steady slanging them things. I don't play UMCA, what the fuck do you say? Man, we hit them off straight in the now and even
back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Never had shit, no one ever had a fucking thing. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Never had shit, no one ever had a fucking thing. Back in the day.
Look, dude, we're neighbors. You don't have to keep calling me Backstab the King.
Oh. Okay, hold on for a second. There we go. All right, so that was MC8 and Backstab the Kingpin. And, man, wow. I love this album, man, because you're really taking it back to the old school for people who, you guys still realize there's an appetite for that old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man. I think that's fucking badass. I think it's timeless.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's when you were proud to like rap music. Now, I don't know about you, man, but sometimes I'm a little embarrassed to tell people I like rap. You know what I mean?
Well, rap defines what we like, okay? Hip-hop also defines who I like and who I strive to be.
Right.
But right now, you don't hear hip-hop or rap anymore. You don't hear those terms. I don't even know what the fuck they call it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not dissing who these people are. It's just I
Right.
cannot relate, bro.
Well, that's it.
Not
That's it. It's a totally different mindset, a different group of people, and it's like, man, dude, this isn't even, This isn't what I remember rap to be like or hip hop, you know?
I always tell you this: I could ever make a record, who I would want on it, and you know, it might have taken 20 years.
Right. Well,
but here we are.
Well, who are some of the other features that are on the album, man?
We got Razkaz Bazaar from D12, formerly from D12. Let's see here. Phil the Agony, as you played our MTA, you know, my buddy, and fucking Daz.
Nice.
And I've got a young woman here in Detroit that's up and coming named Ebony, and I've got a young MC from Fort Lauderdale named Cut Fresh. He's sweet as fuck. He's on the DIA track. So yeah, man.
You know, it's good though because you didn't chock your album full of features. You know, some people will do that, man. Like every single track is features. You know?
Sorry, brother.
Well, you know how people do it though, man. You know, you look for an album and people use features to sell it. They don't sell it by themselves anymore. You know how that works, man.
Yeah, well, I've got, you know, I think 3 or 4. But I mean, listen, man. This I'm telling. I guess I was putting it in a roundabout way. I made this record, man, because I wanted to surround myself with these guys, man. These are my fucking rap heroes, bro. There's no two ways around it. I'd like to meet them. I'm a star fucker, and as far as that goes, dude. These guys, I worship, dude. They were the reason why I do hip hop. I love hip hop. Daz Dillinger, the greatest producer alive with a fucking heartbeat, bro. In my opinion, did half of Machiavelli, more than half of All Eyes on Me.
Right.
You know, Dog Pound record after Dog Pound record. I think he did production on fucking Dr. Dre the Chronic, even though they didn't give it to him. You know what I'm saying, dude? This guy is a fucking legend, bro. And if I have a song with him, are you fucking kidding me? You know, that's the way I feel about it. I don't give a fuck about some chump down the road who's up and coming who wants 250. I could fucking care less, dude. You know what I mean? I want to fucking hang out with Daz. You know, hang out with MC8. I don't give a fuck about shooting a video with him. I just wanted to fucking hang out with him, dude.
Right.
You know, we hooked up. We talked about the record. We talked real, dude, on a real level with no cameras running, and that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah.
Not about fucking. You know, we did the proverbial, I'll stand in front of a fucking feet wall, dude. We did. We shot it. You'll see it on YouTube. Am I proud of it? No, not really, because it's fucking lame. But you know what I am proud of? We spent 15, maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes on shooting a video and 3 hours hanging out. That's cool. What I'm proud of.
See?
You know what I'm saying? So people ain't going to recognize that. They're going to look at this video and go, what the fuck is this? Fuck, dude. You just... blah, blah, blah. 15 minutes. No, we did about 15 minutes on the video because we were too busy fucking freaking and partying, and fuck y'all motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good, man. You know, and obviously you got these guys on because you wanted them on. You know, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to use your name to sell my shit. You know, you actually wanted these guys on because you respect them for their work, and man, it's awesome. I love it.
I'll put it like this, bro. I did a track on the last record, the Blow Me record, with Dice, and I can tell you, there's no argument. He made a lot of money off being on my record with a lot of people that didn't know him. So I opened up an avenue to a whole new target audience that he didn't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying anything that is not the truth. In fact, that he had a whole new target audience.
Right.
And so if I'm going to do that, you know, I've got people like that, dude. You know, I say Daz Dillinger to people that listen to hip hop right now, and they don't even know who the fuck he is.
Wow.
I do. Love him.
Yeah.
He's you know, he's my fucking mecca.
How do you not know Well, and then again, we're thinking about today.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, people in Detroit, they don't even know who the fuck he is, dude. You know, besides, I'm out of
Wow. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty locked into a lot of this shit, but you're right. I guess we're mentioning some names that some people would be like, huh? Who? You know, I know.
Dude, you have to be within 3 years of my age, and you have to know that people, when you say Daz Dillinger, don't know. And when you say, like, I got Phil the Agony, I was in the car with MC8, and I said, you know Phil the Agony? He goes, yeah, I know of him, but I never met him. And that's how far apart this kind of, like, East Coast hip-hop, B-boy, record scratching goes from that to this, like, gangster, shoot 'em up, gun sound effects.
Right.
Bounce, your 6-0 kind of.
Well, I liked it though, man. You diversified it there pretty good. I mean, you obviously have gangster cats you respect, but you also have, you know, hip hop cats you respect as well. You know, b-boy types, and you put them all on the album.
Dude, I love them all. This is my dream album. I could die tomorrow. I'm set. And I put on another record. I'm cool with it. You know?
Wow.
I really honestly thought that I was going to put blowing my whole wad on this record, not literally, but you know what I mean. So to speak, and go, fuck, dude. I'm just, you know, I'm never going to probably get another chance. And then, you know, I talked to Phil the Agony. He's like, no, dude, we need a record. We're going to be a group. And you know what? He's adamant about it, man. He wants to do a record.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, how can I not want to do something with a guy that I love?
Right. Right.
But I'm blessed to even think that he thinks that I should be standing next to him for an entire fucking record.
Must be kind of humbling, huh?
Dude, I'm lost for words, bro.
Wow.
You know, and you know, who knows how my health will be between here and there, but I will do my best to do everything I can because I don't want anything. What I wanted to do was fix the Tumani Center in Detroit on 3rd Street and make sure that the people that have been standing out in front of that place for 30 years finally get a place to have an apartment and a shelter and a home, food stamps, to have some government cheese and things that even these people that you know maybe people like you and me might go, you know, we don't want that shit. these people will say, thank you so much.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Dude, these are you know, I've talked to my friends about it, and I told them, I said, this is what I'm gonna do. In 2 weeks I'm getting 50 Coney Islands, 50 Faygo Pops, 50 bags of fucking Better Made Chicks, and we're going down to the homeless center and we're gonna give it to all of them, and we'll be straight with that. But if these people are gonna come back and have just, they're gonna be like, yeah, I want to go, man. Yeah, I want to go help you too, bro. They're gonna get down there and they're gonna be like, oh, hey, dude, take me home. Where's the car, dude? Can you lock the car? Can you leave the keys in the car? I'm gonna sit in here, dude, and I'm just gonna leave the car running. Listen, if anybody comes by the car, I'll pull the keys out of it. It's like, dude, it's hard there. It's nasty. You don't want to. That's the last fucking place you want to volunteer. It's like if you get caught with weed or drugs or something, and you have to volunteer somewhere. And if you go there, that means you're like, this next stop is jail, dude. You know what I mean? It's so fucking gnarly, bro.
So they sent you down there. Yeah.
You know, no, there's nobody down there. Nobody down there fucking, you know, honestly, dude, mentally handicapped veterans, because the VA is 2 blocks away, dude. The VA is 2 blocks away. If you get out of prison, if you do something, you do like 10 years in prison, you're gonna get sent up to Upper Peninsula of Michigan, or somewhere up way the fucking nowhereville in Michigan, if you're not in UP. And then if you are a veteran at one point or another, first they'll drop you right off at the VA, and these guys got no money. Their whole family shunned them.
Wow.
They're probably bipolar and need meds. And fucking, you're gonna dump them off at a place where it's like a welfare line, 80 people there. Come back tomorrow, come back Tuesday at noon. We'll be probably calling your number.
Wow.
If not, go eat over here. It's a Tumani Center.
Man.
Tumani Center's out of control, bro. It's the only 24-hour homeless shelter in the city of Detroit, maybe only in the state of Michigan, and maybe besides Chicago, one of two in the Midwest.
Man.
Very, very important, bro. If they smell alcohol, or if they smell, or if they know you're drugs, they put you in a fucking room, a 12-bed room. They have a nurse there, and they fucking watch you. Make sure you don't convulse out. Make sure you detox, and it's not a happy detox, dude. They're not patting you on the back, rub your belly, dude. You fucking fly like a fish on the fucking floor, dude. And you go through that process, and then you can move on to the rec room and maybe a lunch and dinner and TV. And it's very important for people that have destroyed their ego and their mind and their who they are in life. It's hard because I want to expose this place, but the anonymity. Thank you. is so important that we can't even put cameras on it.
Wow.
You know, so I want people to drive by it and see it because it's fucking heartbreaking, dude. But I'm not going to put a camera on these people. I'm not going to put a face to this. And that's why it's still suffering for fucking 30 years, dude. When I left 10 years ago, it looked the same way as when I came back. It's not cool, you know. If you want to clean, and people want to say, we want to clean up the homeless in fucking Detroit, clean up that building, and you cleaned up the entire city's homeless problem. I say 80%.
Wow. So again,
do me a favor, call Mike Duggan, call the mayor, call Mike Duggan, tell him what I just told you. Give him my audio bite. I swear to God, he'll react. He'll call me and call you.
Wow.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Mike Dugan. Yeah, we may just do that.
Got a new white mayor.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know, again, talk about your benefit, man. So people can, those who are in Detroit or even in nearby areas could possibly come down and, you know, help out a little bit.
Cool. I reached out to Better Made Potato Chips. They are going to get me a case of potato chips once a month, indefinitely. After that, I can pay $11 for a case. If I need more, I want to go down to the homeless shelter once a month, and I don't want any issues, so I'm going to do it randomly. I'm not looking. There's no way that people that are listening today, unfortunately, and that can fix this problem. What we need to do is put a spotlight on it and really give some kind of attention to it. And I really think that the Detroit product way of doing it is going to keep people in tune to it. Tumani Center needs help. There, even if we provide meds to one of those homeless people, that's one of, you know, if we have 60 there, now we only have 59. Those veterans can go get shipped to Battle Creek or Flint. And tell you what, that's a whole nother story because they're getting robbed of their veterans checks everywhere we can. But I don't even want to talk about that now because I want to focus on what we're doing right now. We want to get these people out of downtown Detroit and shipped out to these VA apartments and let them get detoxed and get a little more one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, when you go to Detroit public schools, you're one of 5 kids in one class. You go out in the suburbs a little bit, you're one of, 21. Those odds are so much more important. And so if we can get these homeless guys out, if we can detox them here and get them out there, I really think, and we can make sure that they're on their meds, that they're going to be able to function without being a big issue. They'll still need assistance, and, food stamps and supervision and shit like that. But it'll be so much better than them wandering the streets and causing mayhem and theft and all these things that whether they do it or not, they're enticing it to people that, you know, maybe not a veteran.
Right.
So it's a big deal, dude. It's a big deal.
What's the name of this shelter again, man? Because I think I'm gonna put it on the tag, you know, to the video, so people when they watch this, it's the TU
Main, MAINI, TU Main I. The nonprofit is NSO, Neighborhood Service Organization.
Okay.
God bless them. They've been taking care of these homeless people for years, but you know what? Not a change in 30 years, bro. 25 years. It's unacceptable.
So it's
I'm not gonna point out them because I want all my people that are gonna sit here and listen to it. I want them to give it to them.
Right.
I don't know. And I haven't done my research on them, but I really would like them to, you know, see that there's gonna. I want spotlight, dude. We can't do it with my money is chump change. My rap record, even if I make 10 grand, who gives a fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, what we want to do is do YouTube videos and show us feeding. Listen, a Faygo Coke and a Coney Island hot dog and a bag of better-made barbecue chips is not what you're going to say, hey, let's the homelessness. But it's Detroit, and I think it's kind of like a symbolic proof of, you know what, let's give them this, and you know what, it makes them feel human again. It's like saying, hey, let me take you through the drive-through White Castle or Taco Bell. When's the last time a fucking homeless has been through there? Unless they cope, you know, to get in their car or whatever, but you know.
Right. So that's so when's the benefit going on again? You guys are doing that next week, right?
This Friday, 8 o'clock, White Rhino, 7 Mile, Ford, Michigan. Then we have a 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. downtown Farmington at the
Off the Beaten Path bookstore. I'm gonna release book signing for Drinking Hip Hop, and then the benefit CD release for him afterward at 8.
That's at Rhino. What is it called? Pink Rhino or?
Huh?
What's the name of the place? I want to say Spearmint Rhino. That's a strip club.
No. Pink vagina hole. No, hold on. What?
There's something Rhino, man. You said.
Pink what now?
The something Rhino. I don't. Where's the club you're doing your listening party?
Everyone in Detroit knows that white trash fucking place. We're there, bro.
Okay. The Pink Rhino. That'll be the spot.
Okay.
But and if they want to pick up the book, they can go to lulu.com, correct?
Yes, thank you very much.
For Drinking Hip Hop. And also to pick up Backstab's new album, you can go to cdbaby.com, look for Backstab the Kingpin. You know what? I want to jump into one more track real quick. We're going to jump into Neighbors, the one you did with Bizarre, formerly of D12. So just hang with us, and we're going to jump into that, and we'll be right back. Talk to you a little more. Here we go.
Look, dude, we're neighbors. You don't have to keep calling me Backstab the Kingpin. Just call me Rob.
Who is it? Bizarre the Weirdo.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
I'm bring you to the D.
Oh. Yeah, come on in.
Yeah. Rob, my man.
Yo, hey yo, Bizarre's at the front door, he needs a cup of sugar. I'll give him a couple cups, that's my motherfucking neighbor. Detroit players got a new white mayor. If you're NIL, you're SOL, you're still getting tasered. And if it so happened I get shot up in the D, Redford's right there, drag my ass across the street. The wait time here is like 34 minutes, plus the ride downtown, it's sure to motherfucking kill you. And if you take 7 miles, 4 miles east, it's like a war zone, like the fucking Middle East. Black guy racking, even grandma sells crack. It's either D12 12 playing or a bugle playing taps. Now it costs money for a Belle Isle ride. That's a couple of less 40s of the Colt 45 in the cooler. And Palmer Parker quick to wet your Tula. From a cross-dresser, he, she, the black Don Shula. Believe me, it's easy. My other neighbor teased me. He said he knows some Brightmore kids who roll with young Jeezy. Yeah, right, huh. They're probably chilling up at Grandy's. The only place in town to get a coney and a handy sipping brandy. Welcome to the D, just 2 miles from Livonia, where everybody's rich and no one's missing a corona. Hey neighbor, because we're neighbors.
I wake up every day in the day. OG Kush, man, it's a holiday. Hit the studio, do some songs, smoke some blunts, hit some balls. Tell your girlfriend to call my line. I'll feed her wine and then hit that behind. I'm so crazy, I'm off the wall. You want a weird song? Give Bizarre a call. Shower cap, big old stomach. I am sexy, the bitches love it. Bizarre is shady, I pack a 380. I don't fuck with Livonia cause the police is crazy. Crazy, I'm crazy too. Look at the crazy shit that I do. Livonia to the D, Bizarre and Rob G. Fuck with me, weird
Cause
out.
we're neighbors. Hey neighbor, because we're neighbors. Yo, finally, I'm fucking moving out the ghetto. No more frontin', now I got cred, yo, still 7 miles, just not the kind I'm used to. I used to eat silly circles, now I eat Fruit Loops. Back with the white folk, I get to hear the black jokes. No more knife fights, we sword fight with cowpokes. Busy, I'ma miss ya. I mean, RJ, now who's gonna fix all the shit when my car breaks? But fuck it, I'm moving to a deluxe crib, drinking Mr. Pibb and eating bags of cherry nibs. I'll take RG Harris, and you can go to Swanson's. Backstab the Kingpin and Rufus Johnson. Rap guy neighbors, different color flavors. Shot by an off-duty cop / raver. What a way to end with one of my new best friends. But I gotta love the neighbor till the fucking bitter end. Because we're neighbors. Hey neighbor, because we're neighbors. Because we're neighbors. Hey neighbor, because we're neighbors.
Because we're neighbors. You know what, man? That kind of drives the whole theme of what you're trying to do here, man. You guys still there?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, man. It really brings home the what you're trying to do with the the book, the album, the benefit stuff, and that type of thing. Because obviously, what you're saying is, hey, we're neighbors. You lived down there at one time. You know what I mean? So
That song has a lot of innuendos. Yeah, definitely. Just like Detroit, Livonia, we all have the same water system. We've all got to take care of each other. People in Livonia need to realize that what happens in Detroit affects them. So if they want to be pompous and ignorant about how, oh, fuck Detroit, well, guess what? It's affecting you and your taxes, you fucking idiot. And if you don't want to be around the people of Detroit, you picked the wrong region to be in. Go somewhere else then, because you know what? There's fucking Detroit is the demographics of Detroit are what they are. If you don't want to be around those demographics, then get the fuck out. In Livonia, Oakland County, and all these other people need to realize that they need to take care of the inner city to flourish outside. They thought they didn't need to in the early 90s. Now that's why they're fucking up. So, need to now.
what is Livonia for those who aren't from Michigan?
It's 4 miles from Detroit in some areas. It's a couple miles, maybe probably less, maybe only 2 at some points. I don't fucking know. I don't have the map in front of me, but I know it's like a cunt hair from fucking Detroit, dude. And and they act like, you know, but then again, Livonia is the 7th safest city in the United States for I don't know how many fucking years. You know what I mean? It's like got some ludicrous. They got all these signs of we're the fucking greatest state in the fucking city in the world, or you know. And so whatever. And so you know, if they're like that, you got to know that there is almost like a Gaza Strip or some fucking kind of, you know, Berlin Wall stopping a certain amount of people from crossing that border. How can you not pick and choose who you don't want to cross that area? If you're if you're 80% safe here and you're only fucking 40% safe here, how are you doing that, dude? Without profiling.
Right. So that's their way of trying to keep their little area safe from the outsiders, so to speak.
7. Yeah. So
Wow.
that whole song is based off, you know, just a couple miles from Livonia.
Wow, crazy. So
you would think I would say you think I would say Livonia, just a couple miles from Detroit.
Right.
But instead, it's this Detroit, just a couple of miles from Livonia, because Livonia thinks that that Detroit should revolve around them, man.
Oh, well, it sounds like Summerlin here in Vegas. I call it Jimberlin.
Riverside or some shit like that, you know.
Right. You know, like a suburban area where they try to be exclusive and keep certain people out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's exactly Livonia.
So
like 3 miles from my house, you can get goes 3 miles from my house. On my block, nothing goes, dude. Not without life in prison.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty amazing.
What
you said? You were saying something. You cut out there. What were you saying?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, so you know, I mean, hey, that's the D, man. That's how life. That's kind of how it is. It's cool you hooked up with Bizarre on that track. That was very specific. How did that happen?
Twitter.
Or Twitter wasn't.
I saw him at the Hash Bash and shit, and I was like, you know what? And I was reading a little bit about him. When I came back to Detroit from Central Florida, I wanted to catch up with people. I really had not paid any attention to anything from Detroit rap the 10 years I was gone. Yeah, young lady. Yes.
Are you distracted?
So she was. I mean, he. What now?
Oh yeah. You know what? Now we know how to distract backstab. Put a chick in front of him. I was talking to you about Bizarre, man. How you guys hooked up?
I contacted him. Here's how this happened. I said, "Greetings from Backstab the Kingpin. Would you like to do a track?" And he said, "Sure." I think maybe and I don't know him really. I've never really shook his hand, met him, or talked to him in my life, or anyone from that camp. I've always kind of felt like a odd animosity from what I've been told through the rumor mill of Detroit rap, but none of those. Never talked to them, so there's no way that I would ever think that I had a problem with him or anyone from them not ever having a issue with all of my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so my contact with him was very natural and very to the point, and his response was the exact same way. Sure.
Wow.
And so we did the song. I actually think it's maybe the song stealer of the album because it's got so many innuendos to my little neighborhood,
Right.
And especially him. But who knows, man? I would always hope that that would kind of be a healing process, or my step forward. But you know what? There's no real problem with anybody and me. And so if anybody ever said there was, they'd really have to show some kind of proof, because it would be bullshit, dude. There's no problems with me. And so why wouldn't I want to work with some of Detroit's greatest, aka Bizarre?
Yeah. Surprised you hadn't reached out to like, and maybe that would be coming up. Have you ever talked to Awesome Dre or any of those guys? Or
No, I haven't, and I would. You know who I really want to do a song with? My goal in life, as far as locally, is to do a song with Motzi Ski from Detroit's Most Wanted.
Oh, dude, if you
but for whatever reason, we just have not met up. Now, Motzi has really built many bridges between me and the kind of animosity that went on the other side of whatever Detroit hip hop was going on at that time, and he was trying to be an ambassador, man, and it didn't work. And but I want to do a song with Matsu Ski bad, man. If not AWOL or both. AWOL, Matsu Ski, that's my Detroit. That's who I want to do. I don't give a fuck if I do anything with anybody wicked at all ever. I don't listen to it. I don't not like it, but I just don't listen to it.
Not your thing.
I want to do something. I would like to do my Dice too. I'd like to do a whole album with Dice, but for whatever reason, Dice doesn't think that him and I are on the same level or something. I don't know.
Well, Awesome Dre, man, I might be able to arrange that for you because he's on my friends list. So
yeah, tell him, man. Absolutely, dude. He's a legend.
Might be able to connect you guys, man.
Mad respect with everybody, dude. Everybody. Yeah, respect is respect, dude. I mean, if somebody feels like I'm not respecting them, there's something wrong with them, probably, because I'm a dick rider, dude, almost.
Well, I wouldn't go there, man, but all right. I mean, I think you appreciate people's music, but I don't think you're. No, trust me, dude. I've seen dick riding. There's some dick riding people.
It's a joke, dude. We really fucking, absolutely, dude. Whatever, man. I'm down to make some great music if I'm feeling well and I can do some great music when things are going good. Yeah, absolutely, to help the Tumani Center for sure, dude, because they need it more than anyone in any major city, as far as I know, in the country.
Wow.
That 3rd Street, man. That 3rd Street and go to 3rd Street and Martin Luther King. You'll break it. You'll roll up your windows. You'll get scared. You'll drive fast, and it'll break your heart. These people need a change of clothes. They need food. They need to be talked to like they're normal.
Right.
And the sad thing is you can't do it like you did in the fucking Sally Struthers Africa shit and just run around with cameras and go, look, there's fucking flies on this kid's eye. No, that doesn't work that way. These people are Detroiters that have dignity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lost their jobs or something, or like you said, they're vets. And again, it's spelled Tumaini, correct?
Main I. Main MAINI.
Okay.
Tumani Center, NSO Detroit, NSO Neighborhood Service Organization Detroit. You can check me out and read more about it on Backstab the Kingpin. Facebook will be facebook.com/heyostab.com. My website is HEY YOSTAB.com. HeyOSTAB.com.
I also want to get people to pick up that book, too. So to go to LULU.com. I got one more question for Julio real quick. I noticed when you told these stories, man, you didn't really tell the end of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, with Backstab, when he had the esophageal stuff when he was a kid, it never really told how he worked through all that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just jumped from there to him running around Detroit, messing with prostitutes and shit.
Yeah, I try to keep it as a roller coaster experience, just fast paced from page 1 to the last page. You can't put it down. Roller coaster. I agree. His life is a sequel, a series. I mean, there's so much fun drama to read about him.
Yeah.
So I just try to keep it very sweet, to the point, roller coaster ride, never forget it.
I think that's the thing, though. By doing that, though, that was sort of the weak point because it left out some of, because we're sitting there going, shit, well, how did he work through that? How did he get through this situation? You know what I mean? It doesn't say. It just kind of jumps from one thing to the next a little too quick. But hey, that's just my opinion as a reader. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate it.
But, so yeah, guys, we only got a couple minutes left. So again, get that Backstab the Kingpin on CD, baby. It's up there now, right? Backstab?
No, I don't know. It'll be up here in a couple days, but check it out. You can go to the 21st at the midnight. You'll be able to get the album at the White Rhino. It should be up on CD here in a couple days. I don't know whenever they process it through. It's already paid and done, and everything's good. So it's just a matter of them posting it. And so that means Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. Anywhere you look in the world, you type into Google, you're gonna be able to buy my record. It's published, and it's copyrighted. So when you do buy it, it will really go to the NSL, and that's what's awesome. We paid money extra to make sure that it would not get bootlegged, and that the money that does happen for the purchasing will go directly to them. My goal immediately here is to get it like some kind of foundation to where I can make sure the money goes literally directly to the NSO, and that's what we're going to work on.
Cool. So any purchase of the record, whether it's on CD Baby, whether it's at the Pink Rhino or the White Rhino or whatever we want to call it, that all goes to the Tumani homeless shelter.
Yes. Most people aren't buying a hard copy of a record anymore, but that goes to it as well. But all the downloads go directly to them.
Okay, cool. So if you buy the download, that will go right there.
Absolutely, all through CD Baby. So when you buy the record, they know CD Baby will tell you right now where the money's going.
Cool. Good deal, man. Good. Oh, so it says that on the site too.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely,
awesome.
Man.
Awesome.
That's what it's for. My real goal, I don't give a shit about the record because records really don't sell anymore, and you got to go on tour and all this other shit, which I'm not gonna do. I just really want to make a great record and make a real noise with the record. But my main goal is to feed these people here for a couple months and grow some spotlight on them so we can get them mental health services. And we're going to do it with Detroit product. Main goal, dude. Quiet as kept. Fuck the record. We need to feed them some really cool, interesting Detroit shit to where these people that are, that maybe not be focused on this will start focusing.
Wow. Well, you know what? And it reminds me of what you told me the first time you came on. The only people that buy CDs anymore are either under 18 or over 50. So, the rest of us are buying downloads. See?
True that. It's all going to them.
I remember your old words ring true, man. I don't forget. So
it's all going to them. And you know what? You've got to make money elsewhere in the rap game.
Absolutely.
My record sales aren't going to mean shit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Because it's going to be bootlegged and YouTubed all up and down the fucking road. It's the point of doing it so people can stop and do maybe do something else. And you know what? We are going to, when we have a couple hundred units at whatever event, they're going to buy it, and that's going to mean a lot to that homeless shelter. Right. And giving them these products that they're not necessarily healthy, but they're Detroit oriented products, and people, these people are going to take, they're going to feel good about eating something that would normally not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like stopping at a drive-through. They don't do that often.
Right.
So to be able to hit them with what I want to get White Castle on board. That's what I want. Ooh. I want 100 sliders a month. 100 sliders a month. I'll pull up. They're all gonna know. Wednesday, third Wednesday of the month. 100 sliders. Be there at 5:00. We fucking line of them.
Nice.
Let them feel good, dude.
That's how you got to do it. I like that, man. You got Vago on board. Werner, isn't that a soda?
Hell yeah.
You know what? I remember they had that out here at one time, and it kind of has a burn to it, if I remember right.
It's It's a Detroit special, man. It's like a ginger ale but heavy ginger.
It makes you belch, man. I remember that. We used to have that shit here. That was like, God, back in the 80s, I think, late 80s, we had Werner. I was like, man, this shit is, it bubbles in your guts.
I want these guys to feel for even if it's just for like 15 minutes, like normal, and like we all just went up to the store and bought a bunch of good food and ate it.
Man,
you know what I mean? They don't get that.
That's cool, man. You don't see conscious people in rap too much anymore. You know? I think it's awesome.
I had a traumatic experience, man. I'm not gonna, I owe it to myself and them.
Man. Well, you know what? We appreciate you guys coming on and spending this time with us. So, and we'll do it again and again. Go pick up the book, Drinking Hip Hop. You could Google that or go to lulu.com, LULU.com. Also look to buy that Backstab the Kingpin. And catch you guys on Friday, right? Friday's when the benefit's going down?
The book signing and the benefit, yes.
Good deal. What's going on, Backstab? Did I reduce you to tears?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm getting teary-eyed. I'm getting choked up.
Man. Well, this is... Good deal. Good deal.
Hey, dude.
Hey, it's...
I appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate you promoting the book and the album.
Absolutely, man. And I may be picking that up myself, man, just so you know.
Hey, I'll send you that 100 next week, all right?
Cool, man. Sounds good to me. But definitely, you guys keep in touch, and we'll do it again.
We will.
Cool.
STIM Radio, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Goddamn.
At least, listen, we got, 5 seconds?
Yeah, give about five seconds.
And down. Listen. Hand down.
He wants to look. Give him one more shot for his jackums.
I can stand up, but I can't pan it down.
Okay, you don't stand up and spread eagle for him. There you go. They want to see you. Give them a show. So nobody on YouTube can see this shit, but these guys can in Skypeland. There we go.
All right. There we go.
There it is. All right, guys. It's been fun. It's been beautiful. And I guess now it's time to go, huh?
Yeah.
Time to roll. All right, fuckers.
All right, brother.
We'll see you guys. All right. And the rest of you, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. This is the shit that fucking cocksucking irks me. And we're getting ready to roll out?
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and pop us out. Anyway, bitches, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I'm Bunny Rabbit.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
Jimmy Fly. It's the shit that hurts. Max Taylor.